Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Now in today's video I have here something pretty exciting, and that's actually the Sonos Arc Ultra that I've been using as my soundbar here in my living space. Now my personal setup includes the Sub 4, which I'll talk a little bit on later as well. But just to give you a bit of context, today's video is more of an actual user experience, how I felt, listening to all this sound coming out from the soundbar itself. And it's also based on my previous experience with the basic Sonos Arc, which again I think is a fantastic soundbar. Let's begin today's video right away. Now first things first, let's talk a little bit about what's new from the Arc Ultra compared to the Arc. Well, basically it comes with more drivers, it comes with a sound motion that gives you even stronger bass directly from the soundbar itself, and it also supports Bluetooth right now. But otherwise, it's pretty much the same thing, and overall, just in terms of actual user experience, just listening to it for the first time, I could already feel the difference. The sound was even more surround than before. If I'm not mistaken, it's providing something similar to a 9.1.4 kind of setup, and of course, the bass itself is so much richer to the point where you don't actually need a sub. Now, just to give you a bit of an idea as well, previously on my Sonos Arc, the bass version, I did not actually use a sub, and I always felt like the sound was, slightly missing a little something. Well, with the Sonos Arc Ultra, it totally fixed that because it gives that even more extra bass. Now, I did mention earlier on that I paired my Sonos Arc Ultra to the Sonos Sub 4, and with this, it actually gives you a little bit more kick in the bass. So if you're the kind of person who likes to enjoy those kind of really thrillers, explosions, a lot of shootings in your shows, with the additional Sub 4, you can actually feel even more of that because it's just so strong. Other than that, I also noticed that, as someone who listens to a lot of music, the Sub 4 really came into play here. And that is because, with the additional bass, if you're listening to songs like hip-hop, R&B, or maybe even techno, or a little bit of lo-fi, you definitely get the extra kick in the bass that makes the entire experience completely different. So that's really for those of you who really needs the Sub 4. Now moving back to the Sonos Arc Ultra, just a very quick note on the design. It looks very similar to the previous Sonos Arc. Now in fact, I think it still looks very minimalist. The length is about the same as well. But one cool difference that I noticed here is that it now sits a little bit shorter than before. That means that if your TV is sitting quite low, the Arc Ultra will not actually protrude into your own TV like how it might do on the previous Sonos Arc. So that's a great thing there because it fits perfectly for any kind of TV. By the way, the length and dimensions itself will be shown on your screens just to give you a bit of an idea, but this soundbar is actually designed for TVs of 50 inches and above. If your TV is smaller, you can still use a soundbar, but the soundbar itself, the length might be longer than your TV. So anyways, that's just in terms of the dimensions. There's also a bar at the back now that actually gives you a couple of capacitive controls, which is actually very useful if you want to have some quick controls, but otherwise I mostly control the soundbar using my TV remote or my phone itself. So yeah, that's pretty much in terms of the design. Now ultimately, I would say this: if you're coming from a Sonos Arc, should you really upgrade to the Arc Ultra? I would say if you want that fuller sound, the richer sound, a bit more bass and all that, you can still consider to upgrade to this, but if not, the Sonos Arc is still a great device. However, if you're someone new to the soundbar system and you're just getting your first soundbar, I think you should jump straight away and get the Arc Ultra because it's just a couple of $100 more compared to the Arc. And if you are someone who also listens to a lot of music and you watch a lot of movies with very strong explosions, shootings and all that, you can also add in the Sub 4 to create an even stronger home cinematic experience. Anyways, that's my personal thoughts on the Sonos Arc Ultra with Sub 4 combo. Let me know what you think about these devices. If you want to find all the specifications, do head over to Sonos' own website to check that out. And thank you for watching today's video all the way to the end. I hope you enjoy your own home cinematic experience, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Do take care, stay safe, and bye-bye.